Is this thing on? Welcome to Rebooted the Podcast. I'm your host, Alita Hernandez. Come join me weekly to hear about my journey from recovery to healing after having a stroke and other life challenges. So let's get talking. Hi, everybody. Alita Hernandez, Rebooted the Podcast. I am back again. I had to bring a guest that I had before for the second time because Scalar Light is the future and it's now for your health. And so I have guests. Tom Paladino is here. My husband, JC Colon, was right behind me. And we're going to discuss, basically, Tom will discuss Scalar Light. He's in his laboratory right now, so hopefully he can give us a little demonstration and speak about it. And we're just going to talk about how we felt when we were doing the Scalar Light, the trial. So how you doing, Tom?
I am well. Good afternoon. Thanks for the re-invite. Appreciate it.
Yes, definitely. So you created this Scalar, and well, you've been the researcher, and just tell us a little bit more about yourself so everybody who didn't see the last one can hear about it now.
Okay, thank you so much again. I work with energy, scalar energy. It's not electricity. These are scalar energy instruments behind me. So what is scalar energy? What is scalar light? It's the natural light of the sun and the stars. You do not have to produce it. God produces it. It's from the sun and the stars. And you simply harness scalar energy to your benefit. So let's take a review here. If you're looking at nature, everything is fundamental. If you look at the cause, what do I mean? The cause, light, energy, will produce creation, will give us creation. So I look at the cause and effect relationship. I'm working with the cause, which is scalar energy, light. And with that, with this energy, we can control the outcome because it's light, it's fundamental. It's not subject to human error. Okay, so with that stated, we're going to move forward. I'm going to demonstrate how these instruments work. But keep in mind, my work is groundbreaking. This is new research. I don't think it's ever been duplicated because my instrument is unique. Nobody's ever duplicated my instrument, and hence nobody's ever duplicated my technique. Okay. So without further ado, this is a scalar energy instrument. It's on, it's operating. I'm pointing to a coil. That's called a Tesla coil. Now, it's pulsing energy. It's a different type of energy. And when it pulses energy, it's been shown to help people, their health, with their spiritual, physical, mental health. Now, I'm going to give the audience a demonstration. So much energy is coming from that instrument, it's able to illuminate a light bulb. I'm holding in my hand a fluorescent tube. If I pass this close to the instrument, the ambient energy lights up the light bulb.
Look at that.
That's how much energy is coming from that instrument. Now,
that's amazing.
When I work with people, by way of their photograph. Right. This is new. This is what I would consider a groundbreaking technique. I never work with people. I work with the energy field on a photograph. This is my photograph. It has an energy field. And when I place my photograph in that energy field, it experiences that amount of light. My photograph is being downloaded with that amount of light. So what does that mean? That serves as a chakra balancing, or that serves to, if you will, balance my meridians or reprogram my brain waves. My work is non-physical. There's no mass involved. Everything is information. So the information that can also illuminate my 7 chakras. This is a new technique. This is a new science. It's called scalar light research.
Now, I experienced it for I think it was 30 days. I had the scalar energy. I uploaded a couple of photos, and let me just tell you that I never felt so good in my life for those 30 days. And then one morning I woke up and I go, how come I don't feel good anymore? Oh, my scalar trial is over. And I literally was sick in 2 weeks. Okay. So that scared me because I felt so good for 30 days. I felt like a little girl. I was like all this energy every day up, and I had no brain fog. And since I have not been on the energy, I tell you, I've had brain fog every day. I don't feel the same. And I'm like, I gotta call Tom again because I gotta get this back. We're gonna get this back again because this is amazing. I felt so good. And JC has a testimony too. He has a great testimony.
Well, me, I had L4 and L5 surgery in 2017, and I've been suffering for the last 5 years. I mean, it's gotten better, but I never took medicine. I threw away all my pills from the operation, everything. I didn't want to know about drugs, so I went through it. I took the pain, in other words.
The sciatic.
I took the sciatic pains on both sides, and I still suffer from my L5 and L4, and I still work through it. You know, I still perform, I still do a lot of things, and I try to find ways to alleviate the pain. But once I started the Scalar treatment, I mean, this trial, all I know is that after a few days, I was telling Alita, oh my God, I'm like, I used to bend down and my knees were like, you know, hurting. And then there was a time, like a whole week, I was bending down. Like I take my dogs out every day. I bend down to put their leashes and everything. And I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, there's no pain when I go down. There's no pain when I go up.
Yeah.
And then my whole body overall, no fogginess, no
sciatic pain.
No sciatic pain.
No sciatic pain.
And I'm like, I wish I could feel like this for the rest of my life. I mean, like, it was an experience that I say, wow. I mean, I never had an experience like that. Then after it was over,
and the pain came back
again. The inflammation on the knee started coming again, and you know, and the pain started coming here and there. You know, I've been dealing with it. You know, the ice and everything. That's what I treat myself with.
So that's one of my questions is, like, is there a time frame to do scalar energy? Like, is there a time frame that as long as you do it, how, like, when do you heal, or when do you kind of get, you know, I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, everybody's different. That's a great question. Everybody's different. So I can't.
You got stuck for a little bit there. The scalar energy is too strong. This scalar energy is too strong. I'm going to pause it. Record again. All right.
Okay, so to answer your question, many people feel that if they're on the program, that they experience an improvement in their health. And once they go off of the program, they don't have that light. They don't have this specific type of technique that is working through their force field. So what people do to remedy that, they'll go on the program for 2 or 3 months at a time. If they think they've had enough, they'll go off for a month or two. And then invariably people come back on. Why? They see the before and after difference. It's tangible. With most people, it's tangible. It's something that they can relate to.
Yeah.
On Scalar and off of Scalar. Right. So that serves to prove by way of testimony now that there's something here.
Yes.
Now, keep in mind, this is a new technique. I invented this technique. Nobody has duplicated this technique. So what do I have to rely upon now? Are testimonies of people. That's what I have to rely upon. The testimonies that people give me. Why? It's such a cutting edge science. There is nothing else beside testimonies. Nobody can prove or disprove my work.
Well,
that's
we're witnesses right now.
That's why that's why JC said to me, you got to call the Scalar Light guy. You mean Tom? Yeah, because I'm telling you, he woke up, had no sciatic pain. He suffers from both sciatic nerves on both sides,
and my lower back,
like 24/7. Okay,
Yep.
For years now, and he was running around like a little kid, like he had no pain.
Especially my mental
mental state.
Clear, like I was awake, and I mean, I was not like all fogged out.
No, I've been foggy. Like have this brain fog that I can't get rid of. And I was perfect. I was like, wow.
And I'm kind of a weird character, you know, like even when I'm in pain or everything, it's like my mental state. Like if I have something to do, like let's say I got to come into the studio and reorganize everything, equipment. When I'm doing while I'm doing those things,
right,
I'm like pain free for the moment.
Right, because you mentally,
my mental is blocking the pain because I have something to do. But once I finish, I gotta sit down, put an ice pack, and then continue my day.
Mhm.
But I found ways of doing things without having to use any
Yeah.
drugs, any
Right.
surgeries.
I mean, we've
anymore.
done acupuncture, and the acupuncture helped him in his back, but it's a temporary thing. And that's why when I first spoke to you and I told JC about this, he's like, how is he going to upload a picture of me? How is this going to work? I said, I have no idea, but this is like, Tesla, some stuff. And then and then Tom did some more research and inventions. And it's one of those things. It's like a God healing. You can't see it, you can't smell it, but it's there,
At
right?
this point, I would try anything. Out of all the things I tried, this is like
the
best feeling yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. So let me use this analogy. 200 years ago, if somebody told you that you could have a conference by way of computers, we're having a conversation through our computers, they would say, what's a computer? And how is it that a person is in that box? Well, Alita, you're not in my box. You're not in my computer, and I'm not inside your computer. It's an image.
Exactly.
It's information.
Right.
So when I work with people, it's not the person, it's the energy, it's the image of the person.
Right.
Now, I'm going to explain to the audience in depth what we can do with this instrument. First of all, I'm going to hold up a photograph, a magnified photograph of a bacterium, Streptococcus. When I place that bacterium side by side my photograph, there's a sharing of images, there's a sharing of information. And then if I were to place my photograph and Streptococcus in the instrument simultaneously, the energy of Streptococcus will find the energy of Streptococcus in my body, in my quantum body, and destroy it. So this is the technique that I use, and there's no mistake about this because I use photographs. So if I use a photograph of Streptococcus, and by the way, Streptococcus can cause inflammation. It's been shown to cause knee pain, joint pain, back pain. If I place that inside the instrument side by side my photograph, the two energy fields share information. Now, obviously, that's not a chemical, that's not massage, that's not surgery.
Right.
It's a new energy in which I can take and illuminate my force field.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
I got goosebumps.
I illuminate force fields with this energy.
It's like the Jetsons.
It's the free energy of the sun and the stars.
Look at that. Look at that.
So that's the rhyme and reason. That's the explanation of why some people no longer have an inflammation. We've reduced, we've nullified, we've brought to a state of chaos the energy field or the molecular bonds of Streptococcus. So you have a problem and you get rid of it. When you get rid of a problem, I'm not being coy, you no longer have the effects of the problem.
Wow.
Now, another question I have is, once your picture is uploaded, how does it know what's wrong with you? Like, you know what I mean?
It's God's energy.
Okay.
I'm gonna make this very clear. This is from God. It's not from me. I have no idea how to heal somebody, and I never claim to be a healer. I claim to be a researcher.
Correct.
I research force fields. That's an accurate statement. If God wants to heal somebody, he can do that. That's up to God. I'm not a healer. I research by way of instrumentation.
Wow. Wow. It's depth. It's deep.
It is deep.
I got a question. How did this, like every great inventor always has something, where did it hit you? Where were you? And when did it come to your mind that you wanted to do this? Or how did it reveal to you?
You're right. Yeah, God, the Holy Spirit revealed this. Okay. This is groundbreaking. It's never been done before. Who taught me? Well, obviously didn't learn it from a classroom. God gave me the wisdom.
Okay.
Wow. I'm telling you, this is deeper than I'd even realized, really. Because you try to wrap around, you can't, how do you say it? You can make sense of the energy and the technology.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people out there thinking, how is this possible? If you believe in a God and a higher power, the same way you have faith that you will be healed and faith in your life, It's the same way this energy is working. So it's like the energy is right, it's hitting you and God,
Right.
between you and God, your relationship with God, you know,
Yeah.
the healing that will occur.
Nothing can stop this energy. I'm going to show the audience an example, an experiment. Let's experiment with a wooden board. This is a cutting board.
Right.
It's a cutting board. I'm going to place this cutting board by the instrument. Show you how this wooden board cannot prevent energy from passing through the board and illuminating the light bulb.
Wow, now it's a
Unbelievable.
board. Okay, that's like an inch wide
I know. And it's an inch thick of
at
wood.
least.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what's the point? It's God's energy. Nothing can stop it. It
Wow.
could pass through the
Yes.
earth.
Unbelievable. That's why the sun is so important. And I don't know, you probably heard, I'm going to mention it because our dear president was trying to block the sun with climate change. What the heck? Who's playing God now? You know, I mean, you can't block the sun. How are you going to block the sun? We won't live. We won't survive.
There's a lot of confused people out there.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
The confusion is unbelievable.
So let me fast forward. If this free energy can illuminate a light bulb, then why can't we illuminate a city? So what's my point? Once God gives me the wisdom, I no longer have to worry about an energy crisis. This is free energy that will illuminate a light bulb.
That's amazing.
So
and that's what we need.
Eventually, this way we do away with fossil fuels and the pollution, and we, in a consummate sense, we solve problems. That's what I want to do as a researcher. I believe in action. I solve problems.
Correct. I wish more people in the world would be on that mental state of
Correct.
solving problems instead of causing problems.
Correct.
Because, you know, be a better community if we helped each other solve problems, solve health, right? And we can live longer,
Right.
and enjoy our lives and live
But
to the fullest.
people have to be open-minded. You know, people have to.
They do.
They have to be open-minded. Like people, oh really? Oh, I try. No, you know, you have to really embrace it, and you know.
That's why I like bringing new things to the show, because there's so much out there, and you know, I'm learning every day. I learn from you. I learn from all my guests for these amazing things that people have come up, and God has given these abilities, you know, to share and to help others. So that's what I wanted to make sure I talked to you today, because I wanted to be both of us to be a testimony to everybody out there that I felt like I was 30 years old again. Okay. I had so much energy. I was working out every day, no brain fog, no pains. And I have several ailments going on. I have problems with my hands and my feet. I have cysts on both my feet and my hands. I have this thing growing on my hand. So I have some issues that really affect me on a daily basis. And for those days that I was on Scalar Energy, even though I have the cyst on my feet, I didn't have the pain. Like I had more energy. I had more, I don't know how to say it. It was just like the pain wasn't as much, you know? It wasn't like, oh, my foot hurts. I didn't even mention it. I didn't even mention any pain.
Well,
I slept amazing too. So, I mean,
with me, it was little by little. I started noticing things, and I'm like, Alita, I've been bending down my knees has been great. I'm like, it's amazing. And then I will get up in the morning. I'm like, why is everybody laying around? Come on, let's get up. Everybody.
he had so much
I had
energy.
so much energy. What's going on? But it felt good. It
Yeah.
felt good. Like, wow. Like,
and we didn't know, like, I didn't know what to expect. Like, I was like, okay, am I going to feel something? You know, I just kept going on. Like the first couple of days, I was like, am I going to feel something, like waiting for something? You know what I mean? So then I just went on my day. And then I noticed as days went on that I started just feeling better and not really thinking about it. You know, when you wake up not feeling well and you're sick or with anything, you wake up and you're already like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. You know what I mean? Like your whole day is like, right now I still got brain fog. I still got like this haze on my forehead. I'm not clear. And I wake up in the morning like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed because I'm dragging. And those days, I was up 6 o'clock in the morning, out. I was walking 3-4 miles a day. at 58
yeah.
years old. So
Well, as they say, the proof is in the pudding.
yes.
Now, if you look at this in under this perspective, you were not under any other medication or any other type of diet. You did not change your lifestyle, is what I'm getting
No,
at, correct?
I didn't change anything.
Well, we eat right.
Yeah, but we didn't change anything during
No,
that
no,
period.
no.
Everything was the same. We just moved, we just did our normal life. And then we started noticing, we just all of a sudden, we're just feeling good. It was just like, just one day I woke up, I was like, wow, I feel really good. And then JC was saying the same thing. And for him to say he had no sciatic pain, that is a miracle, okay? That is a whole miracle, because when you have nerve pain like that, that's constant, there's nothing that'll take it away. And he has suffered for years.
Oh, yeah. I would do like an hour and a half show, dancing, singing,
Good.
and I'm great. While I'm on stage, I'm great. And then I used to walk out the stage and I'm like, please, I need to
Crippled.
sit down.
Oh, yeah.
I need to lay down.
Yeah, people don't realize
But by the
that.
time I did that hour and a half of moving around, jumping,
Yeah.
turning, singing and everything, the inflammation was already starting to accumulate. So by the time I finished, that's when the pain hit me. Once I stopped,
Yeah.
that's when the pain came in.
And I know so many people that I hear on a daily basis that have ailments, that unfortunately doctors can't help you. Okay. The doctors, our medicine here is all about medication, and not necessarily, it's not a healing process. It's just a medication to maintain your
It's a
sickness.
treatment.
At least that's how I feel it is. It's not a healing, because doctors don't even claim to be healers either. So, so everybody's on this
They make
learning
you sign.
curve. Yeah, that's what they make you
So they
sign
make
the
you sign
waiver.
waivers.
Yeah. But so I've seen people out there, I'm like, why can't everybody feel good? There has to be a better way. So
If I could just get one person, and I'm gonna
we're gonna pick somebody. I want to somebody.
Start picking people. Listen,
I need you to do this trial. I want to call people and do the trial. I actually sent it to a friend of mine. Her father, who's like 81 years old, was a very fit man. He was running every day till recently, and I'm gonna say it. I don't care. He got the vaccine and he got very adverse effects from the COVID vaccine. Okay. And she knows it for a fact. It has been already stated. And because of that, he has deteriorated so much. He has aged like 5 years in months. He can't even walk. Okay. He's really bad. And I sent her Scalar Light. I go in there, get your trial, get it started. And I already told her, I'm going to call her later and find out if she's done it or not. But I did mention it. And I've been mentioning it to everybody that I know. Especially I deal with a lot of special needs children. And I told the parents about this and they were very interested. So I have a huge community of special needs that I really,
take advantage.
that take advantage of the scalar energy. Any way they can get some help. I mean,
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
I want to demonstrate something else. There's so many ways you can direct this energy. Here's another method you can direct this energy. I'm going to hold up. Everything I do is by way of photographs, because there's no mistake with a photograph. That's a photograph of vitamin B2, riboflavin. Now keep in mind, there's no human ingenuity, there's no human reasoning. Whatever I do by way of photographs. So if I were to place the photograph of riboflavin inside the instrument side by side my photograph, then I start to enjoy the energy of riboflavin. Riboflavin is downloaded into my force field. Now keep in mind, this is not a chemical process.
no.
I don't work with physical matter. This is information. This really is the light of God. And I take the energy of riboflavin and I download it into my energy field. Now, why is an energy field so important? Because it's above, it transcends time and space. Energy, light, knows no barrier. Once again, if energy can illuminate a light bulb and provide the light of the universe, the stars, this is star power. So I'm not working with chemicals, I'm working with the energy of the stars. That's the new science. That's the promise that we have with this energy. It's so promising. Incredibly promising.
Hey Tom, can I ask you something? Who else? I mean, have you had a lot of interactions with people about this? Like the same
Yes.
demonstration you're doing to us?
Yes, yes.
Have you ever had any problems, like, when it comes to the government, because you're
No.
inventing something that, it's amazing and,
The good question. I haven't had really any problems with government because, and I don't mean to be condescending, they just don't understand what I'm doing. It's never been done before. Now, I don't fault them. If they had my 50 years of experience, they could understand this. Or if they would listen to me, I would explain it to anybody. But, thus far, nobody understands what I'm doing. I'm just going to be blunt. Nobody understands how these instruments operate. I do. I've been successful at it in operation for 30 years. So here's one of my success stories. And I'll let the audience remember, testimonies are the only proof we have. Why? This has not been accepted by science. No scientific party has ever seriously looked at my research. No scientific community has taken a serious look at what I'm doing. Nobody. Okay. Here's what I consider a success story. This is a group. It's a photograph of an HIV clinic in Delhi, India. It's known as Om Prakash. We've worked with over 5,000 people in Om Prakash by way of their photograph. We don't work with people, we work with force fields, the energy embedded upon their photograph. After working with these people, nobody has a viral load for HIV. No one.
Amazing.
No one. The people tell me that they gain weight, they feel better, most of them don't have any symptoms of HIV, and if they followed up with a PCR test, the PCR test is undetected, no viral load.
Wow.
Amazing. Wow. And there's been more than 5,000. So.
Can you imagine? Yeah. No, that's just, there's no, you can't say anything. It's like, what, there's proven they had the virus and now they don't.
I just want to, emphasize this to the audience, like I'm talking to our audience now. I mean, you have to be, after everything that you've seen with Tom, all the demonstrations, my testimony, Alita's testimony, I wish you guys who are watching this right now, please open your minds.
Yes.
Find out about it. We'll send you all the information you need to do to reach Tom and get this trial started. So please, I just ask you, what do you have to lose? What do you really have to lose?
Nothing. You don't have anything. It's a free trial.
Free trial.
It's offering a 15-day trial, and you can go and get it on his website, Scalar Energy, right? Or Scalar Light, scalarlight.com. And I'll put it on everything there.
You be the judge of it.
And you be the judge. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Now, again, this has never been done before. You cannot compare this to any other modality. This is unique. What I've invented is unique. So how do I prove it? You prove it. Alita and JC proved it to themselves. Sign up for the 15-day free session. All you have to do, just going to send us your photograph.
Yep.
You don't come to a lab. This is not Western medicine. That has nothing to do with medicine. You send us your photograph. We treat your photograph. We only work with photographs. Scalarlight.com. Light, scalarlight.com. Anybody in the world can upload a photograph. We'll treat you and your photograph for 15 days. Then you be the judge of this new technique.
That's right. Everybody can try it out.
You heard it. You heard it from Tom directly, okay?
And I know a lot of people out there that are ill, everybody has something. I don't care what. Nobody is perfect in health.
Everybody that I know has a problem with something.
Well, we're gonna do another interview today. We have another podcast that we're doing on music, and today we're gonna be interviewing a producer. So we're gonna get him on Scalar Light, so he can be a testimony as well. Yeah, his JC's producer, and we're gonna get some other people and start getting them come in so they can talk about it too. So that way we can spread the word. So you tell one person and so on. And
exactly. Thank you.
That's the only way to get it out there. I mean, this is groundbreaking research that Tom has done. Nobody has ever done it before. He's done everything on his own. He has no lab, no scientists, nobody backing him. Everything is him. And he's in his lab right now, and he showed you the energy, which I don't think anybody can put anything to a, you know, to light a light bulb without having some kind of electricity or something plugged in. Okay. The only thing that I've tried that has energy is I don't know if you've heard of the shungite stone. It's a mineral from Russia that has energy. And JC has one on his neck right now.
It keeps the frequencies, the radiation from cell phones. It diminishes a little, maybe by 50, 60%,
Right.
instead of getting the whole radiation of
Right.
your phone. That's why I never do.
So
I always do speaker.
Right.
And still, you're still getting frequency. You're still getting radiation. So this thing right here,
Another God-made. This is
another
natural,
God-made thing.
natural
I
thing
take this.
from God, right?
I take this, and I have one of those flashlights. I take off the power source. Then I put the stone
And it lights
into
up
the flash, and it lights up the flashlight.
but physically,
Physically.
not
This
like
is
you.
not like
because-
you, but this
right.
physically, it turns
Right.
it on. You know,
So
it's
it
not
has
like-
it has an energy. The mineral has an energy. Again, not something natural. Like we always talk about things natural. God made everything in the planet, everything in the earth, right?
Plants,
the sun,
everything.
the light, everything. So everything has energy. So we understand that energy. It's just unfortunately we're not taught that. They don't teach us that in school. They don't teach us that in church. They don't teach you about the energy that's out there and that's within us, that we have the ability to do so much. And only the last couple of years have I learned this.
And you know, it's weird because a lot of people I know, they're always trying stuff, but they're always trying the wrong stuff. Oh, that the doctor told me this. I'm gonna try this. You know, I mean, nothing has worked for you. If anything, you feel worse.
Exactly.
So why not try what I'm telling you? What I'm saying, like I say it again, people. What do you have to lose? I mean, it's a
Exactly.
free trial. There's 15 days. You're not a witness yourself, so then you know you keep on moving.
Exactly. Exactly.
You got to
No.
try something once.
Oh, it's awesome. It's so awesome. And so awesome. See how the universe brought me to Tom. Tom's email came into my inbox one day, and it was like, bam, what is this? This is interesting. And since I'm a techie originally, right? So anything with technology, and I get all, you know, I get all geeky, right? So, and what I just thought of is I'm a part of a nonprofit for that gives scholarship money to STEM students. So I just thought of this, just light bulb just hit me that we have to connect you with our STEM students, and because we're trying to get Hispanics more in STEM, since we're going to be the largest majority, right? The minority.
You're right.
By 2030, the largest majority will be Hispanic. Right now, they are giving scholarships. Right now, 25 students just went to university, women and boys. And of course, I'm pushing all the women out there because there's not enough women in technology. And they're going for different types of engineering, all different types of STEM curriculum at the university level. And this is perfect. This is just so perfect.
This would be a good promotion there.
Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps. Look, my hairs are standing up. Yeah. Hey, the more you can connect to those people, right?
God bless. We're going to change the world. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
We're going to change the world with this energy. Keep in mind, these instruments, by working with a photograph, you can work with one photograph. You can work with 20 or 30 photographs. Early laboratory experience earlier today, I was working with 500,000 people. I work with 500,000 photographs at a time.
Wow.
So you could see how far-reaching this is. This is a global healing ministry by way of divine energy. It has nothing to do with biochemistry. It's a new science.
Wow. No, that's just.
So I'm curious. I'm sorry, but I gotta I'm curiosity. Okay, we've been talking about this, the divine light. You know, it's energy from God. You know, from the universe. You know. So what about when you talk to people that are religious, like, and they're like, no, God will hear me, you know, like, and does it has a connection? Of course it does.
It has to.
It has to have
God is light.
Correct.
Yeah, if God is light, how does God manifest? One of the way God manifests is as light. Now, if you look at light, it's fundamental. There's nothing else in the universe that's fundamental. Energy, light is fundamental. Now, my hand is not fundamental.
Right.
This light bulb is not fundamental. fundamental. So if you go back and you say to yourself, what created the light? Nothing precedes light except God. Explain light, explain energy. It has to come
So
from God.
it should be an easy road talking
Well,
to,
the problem is that people have to change their mindset.
that's
Again,
number one.
talking about that, I'll talk about later about my rebranding of my name here. But again, people have to change their mindset. They have to open their brain. They have to think outside the box.
Yes.
They have to understand that there's not just one path. There's not one road to get to the store, right? You can go different avenues. It's the same thing in life. It's not just one path. And unfortunately, I had to go through the stroke almost 7 years ago to understand, to hit me in the face and say, hello, you need to change your life, for me to open my brain now and really experience life now. I feel like in the last 6 years, I have experienced more life than I did in 50, because I've learned so much about healing and it's not just physical, it's mental, it's everything. And opening up the chakras. I have my necklace on, I have all my chakra stones right now. And always with my energy everywhere, all positive energy all the time. And it makes such a difference. And I mean, I grew up in the church. I was raised Catholic, like all the way to all girl Catholic high school. Okay. I got Bibles like rammed in me, you know? So I know the word of God and I know God's power, but we really don't even know really God's power until now. I see this energy and it's just, it's like almost putting something physical to God. That's how I feel, like with your energy, just showing that the light bulb comes on, and the effect that we got is like feeling that God's energy just directly to you.
Thank you so much.
Straight up healing.
Right? Yes. It is.
So,
it
thank
is.
you. That's a nice. That's a nice
bravo.
Thank you both. That's a nice testimony. So, without further ado, I want to thank both of you for your effort to bring this podcast again. I want to thank you for sharing your testimony. All I have to go on are testimonies. No, you cannot prove this. Nobody can prove this. There's a lot of theory here, and you have to walk in faith. And I want to make this very clear. This science, scalar energy, scalar technology, it's not taught at the university level. That's how cutting edge this is. So thank you both for stepping out and being brave enough to introduce something like this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always the radical one. I got to find something different to throw out there.
People are caught up. I don't know. A lot of people are caught up in this cloud. I don't know what it is.
No, it unfortunately, our society, it's very difficult to get
the routine.
If you're stuck on television, right? If you're stuck watching the news, you're done. Don't. If you're stuck watching just television itself, you will get inundated with so much garbage that you can't function.
You're
so
right.
we eliminate the garbage. So we pick what we want to watch. And we pick what we want to listen to. You know, you have to make your choices. And again, it's a choice. You have to make a choice. And we're responsible for the choices that we make. So let's make the right choice and get to scalarlight.com and get your free trial, because you have to get this. I'm going to push this out, and we'll probably get Tom again, because I'm going to keep getting more people and get more testimonies and get Tom back on here so we can keep talking about this. And get our STEM students involved in this.
That would be a cool idea, like to get some people to.
No, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of
Once
people.
we get those people and they tell us our testimony, those same people, we're gonna bring them to the show, and we're gonna put Tom, and we're gonna introduce you to the new people so they can share their experience.
Right.
I'm sure your audience. Thank you. I'm sure your audience has heard of the man Nikola Tesla. Tesla, the great inventor. This is Tesla energy. This is the free energy he wanted to give to mankind. Tesla wanted to illuminate the world with free energy. Well, that's what we're trying to do today, to reintroduce in many ways the effort, the research of Nikola Tesla.
Wow.
No, and my mother, I mentioned Tesla. My mother right away said to me, my grandfather always talked about Tesla.
He read books.
Because he used to read about Tesla. My grandfather was a radio and TV engineer. So that's how I got into computers, because I was taking TV and radios apart with him when I was like 8 or 9 years old. So I was already introduced to energy. Look at that. Oh, he was showing me how the energy worked through a TV and frequencies and circuit boards. At 8, 9 years old, I was doing this. So that's when computers came in, I was like, oh, this is like what Grandpa did. I came home, Grandpa, look, the computer, and we started doing stuff, you know. Unfortunately, he passed when I was 18 years old, so he didn't get to see, because PCs came out when I was 17. So he didn't get into the revolution yet, you know, because he died too soon. He just needs the last couple more years. He would have been able to enjoy it because he would have loved it. So I would say my grandfather's still here in spirit, and he talked about Tesla since the 50s. So he was talking about Tesla, and look at this, 2023.
It's not
and
taught.
Look at that.
It's not taught. A lot of people, you know,
no, the good things aren't taught. The things that we need to learn aren't taught.
They never taught me as a kid. They used to teach me, go to school, get a diploma, go to college, and go work for a company. They never taught us to go to school or go to business schools, how to become independent, how to become your own business owner. We were never taught that. Or
be an inventor yeah. I mean, I always had that. Both my grandfathers were always very innovative in the sense that we're always trying to, like, my grandfather always tried to, he created a remote control before remote controls were out. He said, there has to be a way I can do this. And he created this thing, and and then he also, you know what he did? When they had the black and white TV came out, he made a color screen, and he put it in front of the TV to make it color. So he was already inventing
That's
stuff.
amazing.
Yeah, he was inventing stuff back in the day. My mother tells me all the time, he was always trying to figure it out. And anytime when the microwave came out, he said to me, that can't be good. It's too fast. It cooks too fast. There's some radiation in there or something. And he was always complaining. He didn't want a microwave.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
He's smart.
Amazing. Yeah. So Tom, you keep doing what you're doing, and we're gonna support you here. And I'm gonna talk to my STEM students, and we're gonna talk. We gotta figure something out. We got to get these kids in engineering, all the Hispanic students that are going for technology jobs, you know.
I can't wait till my friends start complaining about pain. I'm like, listen, get over here for a minute. Let's fill this in right now. Look, it takes 5 minutes. Go into the thing, get your application, download your picture, and just try it.
Yeah.
Do it for me.
Yeah.
No, do it for you.
Do it for you. Do it for you. You won't regret it. God's energy. Back with Tesla, who wanted to do this a long time ago. That would be great. So we have that energy for light, because my electric bill is like $400 a month in Florida.
That's only on one spot.
That's only on one set. Yeah, in one house.
Thank you for being open-minded. We're going to change the world. And to the audience, thanks for listening, and help us change the world. Help us become a part of this.
Yes,
definitely.
Let's all be a part of changing the world and making it a better place, and having some health and longevity so we can live longer. And this energy works on your pets, and it works on people. I know that Tom said that you can upload a picture with your pet, right? I'll take
send your entire family and your pets. Sure.
Wow.
My dog on it. He feels great.
He can't give you a testimony, but he looks good.
He looks good. You know, he looks good. We could tell when our furry friends are not feeling good.
We have 4 cats and 3 dogs, so we have a little mini zoo. But Tom, thank you so much for the time. I don't want to hold you up. I know you got important things to do out there. And thank you again for coming on the show. And we will share this everywhere.
God bless you both. Thank you.
All right. God bless you. Bye. Come celebrate your event and create new memories at Studio 33 right here in Fort Lauderdale off the Exit 32 Commercial Boulevard. Call us today so you can schedule an appointment and see the location. It's an intimate setting for your private event. Call us at 954-530-7193. Again, 954-530-7193. Also, our website is studio33f as in Frank, LL.com. And you can find us on all social media at Studio 33 FLL as well. Again, call us today for your appointment and come see our venue. We are filling up fast.
Bye.